Bueno. Bueno. There we go. What's going on, hooligans? The notes out. Move this a little bit. Bam! The fuck is going on, hooligans? There we go. Oh, someone's in here. What's going on? Hope you had a good night. Hope you're having a good morning so far. If you drink coffee, get the coffee into you. Oh, Mr. Hamilfet. What's going on, brother? What's going on? Just having a coffee. Let's turn this down a little bit. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. I don't know. Not that I really need to give a reason as to why I went live. But yeah, I realized that like we didn't do a life lessons on Tuesday, and I don't know. It always bugs me when I see the same video back to back, like on the channel. Like if it was a vlog, then it goes to a vlog or whatever have you. So either way, at least like these morning coffees give like the break between like certain content and whatever, you know. So, yeah, I gotta pull something up quick here. Oh, which by the way, hooligans, if you haven't seen, yesterday's vlog yet, go watch that. It's a good one. Get my pen ready. Okay. Let's pause this actually. Let's just, bam. Okay. Theme song. Morning coffee, morning coffee, morning coffee with Juvy, bitch. God. Delicious, delicious. Okay. I was talking about a graphic novel on Instagram and then in yesterday's vlog. My Friend Dahmer. A movie actually just came out that's based off of this graphic novel. I was talking about it yesterday, saying like just like a quick recap. The graphic novel itself, I haven't watched the movie yet. The graphic novel itself is fucking fascinating because it's not one of these things where it's the story of a serial killer and like you already see him doing all this shit. You know what I mean? It's a story that was written from the point of view of a classmate slash like acquaintance of his, like during high school and everything. And it goes through certain events that when you look at it, you're just like, man, like how was nobody there for this fucking kid? Like there were definitely signs that he was going to do some fucking crazy shit in his life. But like if there was just an adult there, or there was somebody, like if he actually had someone to help maybe like guide him in the right way, or like honestly, even if maybe he went to like a mental health facility and like stayed there for a bit to like go through a lot of like cognitive therapy or whatever it is, like a lot of things could have been prevented. It's fucking crazy. But either way, it's a very fascinating read. I'm very excited actually to see the movie. The kid who's playing Jeffrey Dahmer, his name is Ross Lynch. And it's actually, okay, the reason it's interesting, my daughter, well, like both my daughters actually, they like these Disney movies called Teen Beach Movie and everything. Hamilfet just proves my point from earlier. I don't know. We're going to get into that, man. We're going to get into that. Patience. Anyway, okay, yeah. So Ross Lynch, he's basically like, he was a Disney star. You know what I mean? And he did music and stuff, I guess. But instead of going like fucking crazy at nightclubs and drugs and everything, like, he's like, no, like, I like to do acting. So let me just take a different role and just like prove I can do more than just Disney movies. From the trailer, actually, like I watched the trailer again. I'm interested to see how he does in a more like mature role, to be honest. But either way, it's one of those things where it's a very interesting thing, and I was thinking about it. I don't know. Hold on. How can okay. Actually, let's do this. Hamilfet, we're gonna touch on this real quick. So it is one of those things where, like, you know, the whole Jeffrey Dahmer, like the My Friend Dahmer story, does bring up a lot of things about like mental health and like what can be prevented, and you know, I get like in the States there was like fuck man, Andrew Hamill. Is it on Netflix or Hulu? It's not on Netflix. I don't know if it's on Hulu. It might be. I don't know. I tried to get Hulu the other day, but apparently it wasn't available in Canada or some shit. I don't know. Either way. So, like, with this whole Jeffrey Dahmer thing and with a lot of serial killers, it fucking, it brings up the whole, you know, mental health discussion as well. And, you know, in the States, fuck, like, man, like, you guys have way too many shootings. Like, even if you look up how many shootings there's been just since, like, January, like, it's, like, January 1st, like, it's pretty fucking nuts. And when it comes to, like, you know, every time there's a shooting, understandably so, it comes to the whole debate of, you know, mental health or gun control. And it's really, it's easy to say, that, you know, excuse me, mental health is the leading problem in it. Like, everybody who's done these things have mental health issues. No mentally stable or no sane person would go anywhere and like just shoot a random person. Well, that's not true. That's not true at all. How many soldiers are in the Army and in the Marines and whatever other faction of the military? Is every single one of those people, when they enroll, mentally unstable? I'd argue that they're not. So when people say it's just, you know, it's mental health and that's what the fucking problem is or whatever, I understand where they're coming from, but I would say that's a little misled, because like I said, like, to say that no sane person would ever pick up a gun and shoot somebody, well, no, because we like, especially America, like, you guys celebrate completely sane people that go and shoot somebody. We celebrate those, so that doesn't make sense. I do understand the point though. I understand what those people are saying. Hold on, Hamilfet. That's a good point. Thank you, brother. I am gonna like go deeper into this whole thing, like in the life lessons and everything. But I just kind of wanted to talk about the mental health kind of aspect about it just for now. But yeah, it's also, you know, I don't know, to kind of put it in a lighter note, like, it's also, yeah, listen, I talked about it kind of recently, like the whole the stand-up comedian Chris D'Elia. He has that bit about, like, you know, we watch action movies and we want to like we see Denzel Washington and we're like, oh, I'm Denzel. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you watch John Wick and you're like, that'd be me. I'm John Wick. No, for sure, I'm John Wick. But it's like, realistically, higher than 90% of us, we're not John Wick. We're the guy behind or the girl behind John Wick somewhere in the club, and when shit's going down and it's all slow-mo and the camera's panning, you just see us in the background just and bottles flying past our head. That's who most of us really, really are. If there's a shooter going on, like, or going around in a mall, you're not instantly like, time to go. And you know what I mean? Like, if anything, your focus is on your family and trying to like keep them safe and make sure they're down and everything. I don't know. You know, we gotta relax. And also, a lot of people who've never shot guns in their life, even just holding a fully loaded like handgun, would be surprised of the weight of it. And especially like when you think it's like you gotta pull the trigger. It's no, like there's a lot of shit that people don't actually even understand about guns and would be surprised. Hamilfet. Yeah, see, that's why I love these discussions. You always show another side, and I respect that. Oh, thank you, brother. I don't know, man. I try and see things from, like, both sides. You know what I mean? I do understand the whole mental health discussion, and that's obviously something that's not, like, it is up for debate, but to say that doesn't exist, like, that isn't a problem, like, that's just completely nonsense. Mental health has definitely played a part in a lot of shootings. But, like I said, to say that no sane person would ever pick up a gun and shoot somebody, that doesn't make sense because we celebrate people that do that. We celebrate soldiers. They pick up guns and they go and shoot people. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Jacob Myers, what up, homies? What up, brother? You beautiful bitch. God damn it. But yeah. So that's just the whole gun thing. We'll talk more about it tonight. Life lessons, 8 p.m. live tonight. We'll do our discussion. We'll dive deeper into this whole gun control and mental health kind of debate. As always, I am going to, keep it respectful. I am not like, if you're expecting, a video where it's me, basically saying we need fucking more guns. You're fucking dumb. Give me my guns. Well, I don't know. That's not what's going to happen. I understand why some people do feel safer with guns. I also understand why a lot of homeowners feel safer with a gun in their property. But I also understand that even a lot of people that wish they could have a gun don't know how to fucking use it and don't understand what happens in like high intensity situations when your adrenaline's going, your heart's pumping, they don't know how to calm their breath, they don't know how to keep everything at like this calm base level. So they're trying to aim and they're all over the fucking place. Like, I'd rather not have that person trying to fucking save my family. Just, hey, why don't you sit the fuck down, man? You're shooting at the Baskin Robbins sign. Sit down! Like, fuck that. But yeah, we'll get all into that like fucking later tonight on the life lessons. Jacob Myers, yeah, you're damn right. But yeah, there's always two sides to it, and it's all like me and Hamilfet talked a little bit about this earlier when it's saying, it's easy, it's 100% easy to say like to put our feelings onto one thing, whether it's mental health, whether it's gun control, whether it's fucking drug control, whatever it is, you know what I mean? It's easy to put our feelings into that basket, but you got to remember there are other sides, and a lot of the time, even the things that like people present as a safety measure or whatever, there's always counterpoints to those as well. You know what I mean? So there's too much to it. I feel like people can learn more when it's presented in a calm and like respectful way. I might crack jokes and shit. That always happens, but yeah. Either way, back to this whole Jeffrey Dahmer thing, because that was like a little segue from the mental health thing. So I was actually thinking about this. And by the way, Jacob, My Friend Dahmer, graphic novel, really, really dope. Check it out if you get a chance, man. Yeah. I don't know. It's a fascinating read. I like it. Also, so this whole thing had me thinking, oh, Hamilfet, I wish our government could sit down and chat like we do. Unfortunately, they can't, because they can't let go of egos, and they can't let go of their tribe. That's all this shit comes down to. And I know some people are probably sick of me like saying it, but it's all tribal shit, man. Like, it's just fucking... My dust cover. Yeah, keep it. It's all just fucking... Oh, I'm Christian. I'm Catholic. I'm conservative. I'm Republican. I'm fucking this. I'm that. I'm blah, blah, blah. Well, who the fuck cares at the end of the day, man? Just sit the fuck down. Like, and talk. And fucking use just, like, common sense. You know what I mean? Just, I don't know. Either way. And I don't know enough about politics and politicians to even fucking go into all that. Right. So, serial killers. This whole I was saying, I was reading the My Friend Dahmer, and I'm gonna check out the movie and everything. I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, like I've been fascinated by serial killers. Whether it's actually, oh, I don't have it down here. Fuck. I have like a whole encyclopedia about like a bunch of different serial killers, and it like breaks down like the method that they used, like victims, detailed like number of suspected like victims and stuff. It's really, I don't know. It's just things that I've always been interested in, and why do serial killers fascinate us so much? Is it like, I don't know, is it because maybe like for some people they give a glimpse into like who we feel like, I don't know, who we feel like we could be in a way, or it's like I don't know. I don't like to use this like the word monster. It really like a lot of the time in this way, but it's like, you know, when we see these serial killers and we see the victims and we see like what they've done and everything, it's almost like we get a glimpse of like the oops, we almost get a glimpse of like the monsters like that hide in the dark. You know what I mean? That gets I'm gonna get to the comments in a second. Um, it's just like we get a glimpse of those monsters that like are hiding away and like we don't usually see because it's, you know, it's fucking beers on the back porch, and you know we're in the pool and the dogs running around and whatever else. It's I don't know. It's interesting. Hamel Fett, same here. We want to see their mindset. That's a good point. Jacob Myers, the curiosity of death, the taboo of taking that away, I guess, or self-awareness to some degree. Yeah, makes sense. It's interesting. Curiosity of death, the taboo of taking that away, I guess. That's interesting. Because I don't know. I've never, like, okay. So for me, like, man, and I'm sure some people out there have seen them too, like fucking the Faces of Death videos and everything. Like, I grew up in, like, the early internet stages. Not, like, early, I guess I should say. Like, I don't know, like, fucking, basically, like, from, like, 98 and, like, on, I had, like, some form of internet. It was kind of, like, I don't know, the very fucking early stages to, like, what we have now. So like we had like fucking Napster for the music and all that. We had like LimeWire and all that for like videos and shit. And I remember seeing like fucking terrorist beheadings and everything when I was like fucking 13, 14 and all that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. And it's weird because like I remember seeing my first videos like that and I wasn't grossed out. I didn't shy away from it. Like I don't know. It was, for me it was more, it's this crazy thing where it's like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. Like it's not fucking weird where you see it and you get like sexually aroused, but it's like one of these things where you watch it and you have so many questions. You know what I mean? Like, why is this being done? Is this behavior actually a normal thing in this culture? Like has over the years of so many conflicts and whatever, is this actually an escalation of what's always been there? It's fucking, there's so many different factors to go into. Like, I think Jacob Meyer, hold on. Like a control issue on the psychological level. Oh, true. See, for me, it was more like, I'm thinking more like the whole psychological thing where it's just like, that's what they grew up in. And that's their way of life. Like, obviously, I'm not talking about like the whole regular Western serial killers like that we think of. But like when you see these like fucking beheading videos or whatever it is, and it's like, I don't know. It's almost like I was just like desensitized to it right away. Like it didn't bug me or anything. But like I never had those times where I was like, oh, I'm probably gonna do that, or oh, like I would love to do that myself. It's like, no, I'm cool. Like, you know what I mean? I'm all right. It's the same thing with like like cartels and shit. They do the like, okay, so cartels, it started off like, okay, you shoot me, I'm gonna fucking shoot you. And then like literally now it's like fucking, if you snitch on them, you'll literally like they'll take your face off while you're still alive, fucking take your head off, like cut your stomach open. Like I saw one video where they made a dude eat his own ear. and it's literally it's fucking gruesome. It absolutely is, and I'm not condoning this in any way, but it's like it's these acts, it's these savage acts that for some reason will fascinate us, and they'll drive these discussions, or they'll drive these ideas in our mind where it's like, you know, is this really fucking, like, is this as taboo as we think it is? Or have we become so far removed from that that violent fucking mindset and like tribal thing? Because that, again, cartels, like Gulf Cartel, Los Zetas, it's just that's tribes. You know what I mean? And it's one of these things where it's like it's just slowly escalated, and now that's how you deal with things. You know, it's fucking, I don't know. It's fascinating. But that's different because like it's weird because that's like a weird, like, you attacked me, so now I have to retaliate and all this other shit. But for serial killers, it's like they do these crazy acts, not like fucking making people eat their own ears. Maybe somebody does. But it's like it's the same shit where it's like it's something that we would never do in ourselves. But like we get that glimpse into the darkness or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. But let me see what the comments are here. Jacob Myers, dude, watching that kind of stuff for me is a reminder of what is out there. I believe a lot of newer generations are in such a comfort bubble. Totally agree. And being aware of Hamilfett, totally agree. Jacob Myers, and being aware of these acts is a loss of innocence, breaking the veil, as it were. Yeah, that's those are good points. Let me revisit this. Watching that kind of reminder what's out there. That's actually, man, that's a really good point too. Jacob Myers. Speaking from an American point of view, I see a lot of people think Americans are good and right when that's not actually true. Maybe a lot of Americans think that, but this got awkward. I don't know, man. I always see Americans say that where it's like, you know, people say we're the greatest nation. I'm like, well, Americans say that, yeah. I don't know a lot of people that are saying that, like, outside of those areas. You know what I mean? Yes, I understand. The world doesn't agree. I suppose that's my point. Yeah, I don't know. Like, a lot of Americans, like, it's the same thing. Like, you know, they're like, America, we're the greatest nation. We've been the greatest nation. It's like, well, you also don't know the full history of your greatest nation, sir. Like, you need to relax. Like, when you go off about immigrants and da-da-da-da-da, like, well, your greatest nation was formed by immigrants. Actually, your greatest nation used to be a punishment for people from England and stuff. So it's like, how can we be the best when we are the youngest? We just I don't know. Why do we have to be the best? Why can't we we don't have to be the best. We just have to be the best we can be. You know what I mean? And like try and like lead the way for the next ones to be the best that they can be. Yeah. I don't know. You have to be the best like you can be with the era that you're living in. You know what I mean? It's different. We're not living in like the same times as like other people. So Hamilfett, that's why I don't care for Thanksgiving. Canada does Thanksgiving, but it's because European settler brought like the kind of tradition and stuff like to Canada, like for having like a feast and everything. Had nothing to do with Americans. A lot of people don't actually know that. Yeah. So that's fun. But either way, back to this whole serial killer and stuff. So with like shit like that, where it's like these violent videos are like these serial killers, you know what I mean? Like it's the same shit, really. Like if you think about it, if you're the type of person that reads like the true crime books that have the pictures of the victims, or while you're, you know, researching Jack the Ripper, if you're looking at the pictures of his victims, like that was just like the first step to the videos, you know what I mean? Like we went from like seeing pictures of the victims and like the fucking knife wounds all in their neck to seeing it actually happen in a way. But like it's fucking, I think Jacob kind of hit it, man. It's like, you know, it's this weird we like it's this it's it's an awareness of what's out there. It's it fascinates us, like maybe because it's this weird taboo thing, and we're kind of taking that like label of taboo like away from it when we see it and we like research it or whatever. But I just find it interesting, you know what I mean? Because it's one of these things where it's fucking in a way like it is very like taboo, or it's very I don't want to say frowned upon, but it's like to like be into serial killers and to like be what they like, or not to be what they like, or like you know what I mean, to be into like researching them and what they did and whatever. A lot of people try and frown on that, but it's like there's something very fascinating about that, and like even with the whole cartels and shit, there's something fascinating about that, because it's this weird fucking thing that they've just kind of grown up in this crazy fucking environment that like they don't think that they don't see what's wrong. You know what I mean? It's fucking it's I don't know. It's very interesting. I don't know. I don't want to say fascinating again because I realized how many times I fucking said that in the vlog. Hamilfet, yeah, we totally slaughter people and celebrate it. Oh god damn it. Hamilfet, yeah, we totally slaughter people and celebrate it. But Jacob, I do love stuffing. Oh. Jacob Myers. It's like a kid walking into a playground. They assume it's safe because it's a place to play, but then they get experience with bullies and watch the after-school fight. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's weird, too. Kids need to be exposed to some sort of, like, shit like that. Not, like, the death and everything. I just mean, like how I was saying before, like, not in like in a previous video. I think it was the Peter Rabbit shit. Where it's, like my kids have fucking played Grand Theft Auto, and they've watched John Wick, and they've watched action movies, and like fucking my kids would never go out and do that shit. Cause they have someone that they can have discussions with. They have somebody who can tell them this is not real. These people are not actually being shot. Like, you know what I mean? It's fucking I don't know. You gotta fuck. I don't just. You can't. I don't know. It's fine to want to have your kids like close to you and keep them safe, but even within that, expose them to different things. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like my kids want to watch The Walking Dead. I'm probably gonna let them. You know. Hamilfet. Also, watching it can show you signs that your own children may be showing, and you might be able to prevent it if caught early. I don't know. It depends, man. Like, if you fucking catch your kids, like, mutilating animals and shit, yeah, you should probably put a stop to that. But also, like, I don't know. Be rational about it. Don't be one of those people where it's like, oh, like, fucking Jeffrey Dahmer used to like to tap his hands on his legs. You know what I mean? And then you look over at your kid and he's, like, watching TV, tapping on his leg. You're like, oh my God, he's going to be a fucking serial killer. Like... Be rational, you know what I mean? Use some sense. Jacob Myers. I blame a lot of it on corporations. What? I blame a lot of it on corporations for food. A lot of people are out of touch with the life and death issues in life, not experiencing the cleaning of a chicken, for instance. What? The cleaning of a chicken? You mean like I hope you mean taking the feathers and shit out, because as far as like the cleaning of a turkey, my kids have reached in the turkey. We've examined the organs. You know what I mean? We take the neck out. I show them everything. Even like I've caught in fish, like just to bring them home and show them like the insides of them and everything. And we go through like all their organs and all that. You know what I mean? It's fucking, I don't know. Damn. I don't know. Maybe I'm mutilating animals. Never good. Give a kid chicken nuggets. They are good. Tell them to behead a chicken and it's whoa. Going from chicken alive to cooked chicken. Okay, well, first of all, like, that's different, man. Like, that's... okay, hold on. That's not something new. It's like, I don't know. We had this idea in our head that, like a long time ago, that's just how everybody lived. Well, that's not fucking true. There's people who lived on a farm and everything and probably had to do that. But then there were still people who lived in town. Excuse me. Tickling my throat. There was people who lived in town or wherever else that didn't have to do that shit. That's nothing new. Like, some people have always had to kill for their food if they needed to. Other people haven't. You know what I mean? It's not like this isn't a new generation thing. And also, fucking, how many of us really want to go live on a farm right now? Think about it. What everything you have right now, everything that you can do on a daily basis right now. If you want, fucking this weekend, fuck it, sleep in. Well, live on a farm. You're getting roosters fucking bitching at you at 5 in the morning as soon as the fucking tip of the sun even pops its head up. You wake up, as soon as you go outside, all you're smelling is shit. All you're smelling is dookie just everywhere. You got fucking chickens yelling at you. You got pigs just shitting everywhere. No, fuck this. No. I wouldn't live on a farm. What, you go into a barn, one horse feels like being an asshole and kicks you in the side of the fucking face? Nope. Not for me. Not for me. Give me a cabin in the woods or something. I'll take that. And even then, fucking whatever. I'll hunt for elk and all that shit. Jacob Myers, I can agree to a degree. I look from the, if the shit hits the fan tomorrow, how are you going to survive angle? Yeah, I do too in certain things, but I can't look at that angle for every single thing, you know what I mean? If everything came down to, well, if the shit hits the fan tomorrow, what are you going to do? Well, I don't know, because I could finish this live stream, go to stand up, walk up my stairs, and fucking crack my head, and I'm not even seeing tomorrow. So what does it matter? You know what I mean? We should, like, I don't know. Okay. So, I don't know. I understand that point, because I do look at things like that as well. But, like, I don't know. It's also one of these things, man. Like, half the people that sit there and go, oh, you should hunt for your food, or you should have a connection to your food. Those are the same people that also hit the fucking drive-thru at like 11:30 at night and pick up a couple burgers and a fucking large Coke. So, what do you mean? What do you mean? You gotta have a connection with your food, with life and death, but then it's cool to hit the fucking drive-thru? What? Alright. Alright. I get yours too, man. No, yeah, like, I respect that for sure. No, I get yours. It's just fucking... Knowledge is knowledge, my good sir. Having it doesn't hurt. No, I didn't even say it, like... Yeah, no, I know. I didn't, like, I don't know. I don't know. Texts are weird. Moving to the next show. No. Cloverfield universe. A lot of people are, like, kind of... I don't know, hold on. A lot of people are kind of confused about, like, the timeline of, like, the Cloverfield movies. Or, like, I'm not saying anybody, like, watching this. Just, I've seen people. So, it goes like this. The first movie, 2008. 10 Cloverfield Lane, 2016, I believe. Cloverfield Paradox, when they're on the ground and everything, takes place in 2028. Without spoiling anything, what happens or whatever connects to the first movie. So don't think of this as like okay, so this is one, this is the sequel, this is the third, like, think of it more as like how can I put it? Okay, think of it like the Marvel Cinematic Universe in a way. Whereas instead of it being like, okay, this movie, and then this movie, and then this movie, it's fucking, you know, you have the Thor movies, you have the Guardians of the Galaxy, you have this, you have this, you have this. It's an entire universe of, like, events happening and stories. That's kind of like what Cloverfield, the Cloverfield movies are trying to build. The writer of them actually had these movies written a long time ago. What is it? The thing, I don't know. I was thinking about this too, where it's like, I think it's fucking, I don't know. I think it's cool as shit that, like, Cloverfield is trying to, like, build their own universe of stories and everything like that. And, like, I was actually thinking about it when I was watching Bright. I had mentioned this on the channel, that it would be cool if they did, like, a universe where it's, like, you know, a Netflix show or whatever, that it just expands on more inside that world. Excuse me. And I don't know. It'd be cool. I think it'd be cool if more movies did this. But at the same time, it would be hard because everybody would probably, like, I use the Marvel Cinematic stuff as like an example. But I know that's probably what a lot of people would try and compare them to. They'd be like, oh, you're just trying to do what Marvel did. But it's like, people have done those kind of like authors did that kind of thing like a long time ago too, where it's like, this is just a universe of many characters and many stories and events that have happened. I don't know. I just think it would be cool if more movies kind of like did that. Whereas instead of just having like, okay, here's this one character and the story, here's this, here's this movie. This is from this point of view. This is what these people are going through. Well, here's another movie that's like in the same universe, but it's a different point of view. It's in a way it's removed from it. I don't know. I just think it would be really cool. I think that's like super creative to do, and I think it's just, I don't know. It makes for interesting movies. You know what I mean? And like interesting shows or whatever. You see, actually, a lot of movies have done this more recently. Dusk Till Dawn, that series on Netflix. I don't know if I would consider that Van Helsing show because it's different, but like I guess it's expanding on like the legend and the story of Van Helsing in a way. Scream, they didn't really like go more into like the past things or anything. Like I said, it was kind of an expansion of like the universe of Scream. The first season was cool. The second season was all right. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the other one. Jacob Myers, Ash vs. Evil Dead. Fuck yes, man. Oh my god, how the fuck did that not come into my mind? Ash vs. Evil Dead. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I guess because it's in a way it doesn't really like follow. You know what I mean? It's not like a direct continuation in a way. It's like fucking many years have passed, and like this is what Ash is dealing with now. Fuck, that's such a good show. Man, I can't wait for season 3. So excited. Okay. Half hour, holy shit. Not bad. Okay, I'm gonna get on out of here. But it would be cool. Season 3. Woo! Hell yeah, man. Can't fucking wait. Yeah. The topics post. Good Hooligans. Hamel Fett, I already have yours saved. I have like the pictures. I made sure to screenshot it. But the topics post is out on Instagram now, so get your topics in and all that. It could be whatever you want. Fucking movies that should expand their universe. Fucking, I don't care. Whatever. Get your topics in though. 8 p.m. live tonight. We're doing this discussions and everything. I like doing the live discussions, folks. I really do. I think we might fuck with this format for a bit. You know what I mean? Life lessons Tuesday and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, live. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Make sure you like the video. It has nothing to do with advertisers, YouTube, anything like that. It's honestly just so I know the hooligans are fucking with the content. That's all. That's it. If you want to support the channel, Patreon's in the description. Also, TeePublic Store's in the description if you want some sexy merch all up on your body, some sexy cups to have your coffee in, notebooks to doodle yourself in. I don't know what you guys doodle or write. Do what you want, though. It's your notebook. You bought it. Bam. Hamel Fett, Jacob Myers, thank you for the discussions. Thank you for hanging out. Always mucho appreciated. Yeah. Okay, mucho love, hooligans. I fucking love y'all. I'll see y'all later tonight for our life lessons. Awkward outro, pressing the buttons, masks on the ceiling. Yeah.